It's a cunning plan, very cunning plan. Come on, Val, you can do this. I mean, I'm not going to comment on the safety measures that we've got in place here. This would have been safer with a capsule. I must do better. Oh, we're getting rid of the solids. The solids are gone. They've blown each other up. Okay, we didn't put parachutes on those. That's not a problem. This has been a terrible launch. She's enjoying it. She's wonderful. She's literally sat on top of a rocket. I think we just assume that you've been like welded in to this structure. It's what all Kerbals dream of, isn't it? Yeah. Welcome back to Kerbalish, and last episode we went to orbit. We sent a Kerbal into space, and we got them back safely. So yeah, we're doing well. I think we're going to try and put a Kerbal in orbit. We've got a mission to go to the moon, and I've got this one about a radial decoupler at the launch site. We're going to do that. We're going to grab some science and get going. Now, one of the reasons we're getting the radial decoupler contract is because I actually want to gather some science around the space center. Because, well, we're lacking science. So we're going to take this node that gives us a science junior and pop out onto the launch pad with our scientist Bob. Bob is on the launch pad, just because we want to actually grab some science. We're going to see if we can just grab as much science as we want. There we go. Just grab all of that. Should have probably put 2 of them on, but we'll do it anyway. We'll just do that. We'll do that. We'll log that. We'll grab it. You know what, Bob? Can you EVA? You can do an EVA report, in fact. We're going to leave seat. Okay, thanks. Oh, that's not gone well. Yeah, do an EVA report from there. And then could you collect that data and restore it before you finish falling? That's wonderful. Brilliant. Can we get you back in the seat? Is the seat... It's too far away. Oh, no, we can. There we go. And then I suppose we could just do that, conduct that again, and grab a little bit more science from it. Now, interestingly, we did not get the EVA science because he was in the seat. That's interesting. So here we are again with Bob, and we've got this experiment return unit, which I wonder whether it will work. So we're just gonna try and do this again. Just do all these things. We're gonna grab all the tiny little bits of science. Yeah, it's not vastly important. We're gonna log that, keep that. Can this collect all? It can. Now, what if we do an EVA report? Can you do an EVA report? Right, that's 2.5. Now, what if we do collect all? EVA report from Launchpad. Aha! Let's see if now we've got all that stuff. And as if by magic, we now have 4.2 science. How exciting, right? Well, Bob, we are quite a distance from the previous location, so the science could be very different. Let's have a look and see what we've got. We've got, oh, look at all that different science. Oh, that's lovely. Can we get these things? Can we do that? I get full for that? That's good. That we like that. We'd get a good bit of that. And then I'd like these as well. Is that possible? Can I have those? Is that good? Yes, there we go. And then we get another one. Now, I could put the plane bit on here, and then I get a crew report, I suppose. I haven't even thought about that. Right, but we are going to get the EVA report, because I don't think we can do EVAs normally anyway. And then we're just going to collect all. There we go. And see how much science we get from that. And as if by magic, we have 21 more science, takes us up to 62, which is enough for some more tech. Now, this is the point at which we have to make a decision. I can either go up here and I can get some big engines, but then, of course, I will need to get bigger fuel tanks and things to go with them. And yeah, it gets expensive fast, doesn't it? Yeah. Or I try and make a beeline for re-entry pods. Now, there's 2 options here. We can either go up here and go for the traditional re-entry pod. There we are, the Mark 1 pod and the cupola module, which doesn't make much sense at all, but it's there. Or we can go here and I can grab this. The problem being, I don't think this has got a reaction wheel built in, and I don't have a reaction wheel down here either. Whereas up here, I have to go through the reaction wheel to get to it. Oh, actually, I would have to go to this anyway, wouldn't I? So I think we're going to go this route, try and grab this, gives me a reaction wheel. It gives me a bit more control of probes and things like that. So here is the For Science 1, and we're just going to we're going to fire this thing straight up into the air. It's just got a little solid booster on the bottom there. And all we're trying to do is get some science for these things. So yeah, let's just fire that away. We're going to conduct and conduct. There we are. And of course, I've left that probe bit on there because we can just collect all of that. And I don't think I can. Not all items could be stored, so we can only store one of these into there. I don't think you can duplicate it, which I think is a little cheeky personally, but you know, we'll see how that goes. Right, we're going up to 17,000. Let's see how it comes back down. And we're getting up to about 15, and we're going to start falling, I think. We can arm the parachutes. There we go, look at that, lovely. Right, I think it's just going to be a nice gentle glide all the way back down now, isn't it? There we go. And of course, as we fall over, it explodes. Brilliant. Well, let's see what we've got. And from all of that, we got 3.8 science. That does not seem like a lot, does it? That doesn't seem much at all. And of course, because we are, because we nothing. There's nothing there. No, because we landed on the space, we landed so near base, it's not there. Right. So this time we've tried putting a battery on one side, and I've reduced the amount of fuel in this, and we'll see what happens this time. So let's go. And there we go. Oh, so we got all the science from that, did we? It was only that amount. Okay, I'm going to reset that. Now, if we could just not land on the launch pad, that would be beautiful. So I'm just going to let it go down a bit, and then we're going to pop it now. There we go. I'd like to be able to collect some science from just here if it wasn't the KSC. If it was the shore, that'd be beautiful. And of course, with that in mind, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to cut a parachute. There you go. This one here as well. So it's now going to come in already falling over. So it won't tipple so powerfully, shall we say. It'll fall just nicely. Because of course, if it's still moving, which it should, this parachute should still stay active, which would be very nice for us, I think. Right, we're going to go down. It's going to roll this way. We lost a fin, but that's fine. That's okay. And then we can do this, conduct material bay, and we're going to get a grand total of 7.5. Wow. Just from the forest. Okay. Well, I think we know what the next step is, don't we? Right, so we're up to 91 science right now. I think it's time for us to think about... I really want that. That's 40. I think I can get it with that, can't I? Well, then I take this. So now I have reaction wheels, and I have probodobodynes and gyroscopes and all sorts of things like that. Right, so now we have a bit of control over what we're doing. And we're almost ready to get ourselves some command pods-ish. I mean, we're not. We're quite a long way away, but... Right, there's a long way to go. Right, so we have the for Science 2 that's got a one of the new probe cores stuck in that cap up there, and we've basically got big fins because we're going to control it and see what happens. I want to go out towards the water, I think. Is there water? I thought there was water around here. There it is. There's the water. Let's just go for it. So we're just going to turn over nice and quickly. Yeah, there we go. Just edge it out there just a bit. See what we can do. Hopefully get a bit of the old velocity heading that way, and then use it. Come on, just out to the water. That's all I need to do. Not even the coast would be nice. That's all I would like right now. No, I don't think we're going to make it. Oh well, I think we need a bigger rocket. And we are coming in. I have just grabbed a little bit of science from this, because if I review the data, it gives us 0.4 science. We'll see what we get when we land. We might get nothing extra from the material goo thingy. What's it? But I thought it was worth us checking. Just in fact, you know what? We'll just do that as well, just to check. That's not going to be something special. There we go. That is. Ooh, that's keep that. Keep that. This one is going to give me nothing. Now, this mystery goo is going to give me 3. So I'm actually going to take that. I'm going to reset this one and observe it again, which should give me a bit more. Yes. What will you give me? Oh, you'll give me some as well. Right, well, that's not as bad as I thought. Let's recover that and build something bigger. Well, that wasn't bad at all. 11 science or so for that. It's up to 40. Not bad. Let's keep trying. Let's just keep trying and see if we can get out there. Right, so now we have the for Science 3, and we just got more boosters. We've got some liquid boosters in the middle, some solid boosters on the top, on the sides. Let's just fire things. There we go. We've got gimbally engines, so I can point it sideways a little bit. There we go, just a bit like that, and then we can just hold it there. There we go. Just out towards the sea would be nice. I'd like to land in the sea, ideally. We can also, with this craft, I think we could probably get the higher altitude science as well, but I'm not in a hurry to grab that. We'll grab that in another flight where we go straight up, I think, because I don't know if this will just do it as it is. These we could have. They're burning a long time. These little ones, the mites, aren't they? That's a surprise. I didn't think they were going to burn that long. But okay, so now I think we are pretty much okay. We don't want to land in that because that would be just annoying. We want to get far out into the water is what I'm looking for. Right. And the solids are out, and now we're just on to the liquid ones, which are just going to keep going. Oh, there's our shadow. Is the sun really there? Oh, it is. How nice. Right. Oh, and it's gone very quiet all of a sudden. You can barely. Can we hear the engines? They're almost silent. Pretty much silent engines. Oh, yeah. And we have our first set of parachutes have deployed. We can turn off our orientation control right now. You will probably be thinking, Sea Monsters, you should have just decoupled that. Yes, I should have, but if it's still attached, I could get some of it back if it survives. Also, it's going to act as a crumple zone for us because we've already seen these things are quite fragile. So we're going to use it as a crumple zone to bring the whole craft back. Well, most of the craft, well, some of the... If we get a fuel tank back, it's free money, isn't it? That's the way I'm looking at it. And this is not costing us too much in the way of funds, I don't think. I mean, it's probably eating a hole in stuff, but we're surviving. Right. Let's put it in the water. Yeah, in the water. And we're going in and... Oh, look at that. Perfect. No, don't break. Don't break. Oh, perfect. Wonderful. I love it. So, yeah, the eagle-eyed of you would have seen that I forgot to... I forgot to gather any science from that, didn't I? Got a bit carried away with the landing without everything breaking. Let's try that again. This time, we just need to just drop it in nice and gently. There we go. And we need to get the science. Would be a good idea. So just get the science, please. There we go. Right, 25 science. That was, I mean, I can't complain about that. That's completely acceptable, isn't it? Right, this time we're just going to go straight up, so fire that, go there, hit the buttons, make sure everything's just doing its thing. There we go, straight up. Don't need any sort of, well, we do need some control. I've got control through the gimbly of the engines, but we don't need much else. We're just going to fire this thing straight up, keep an eye on its altitude. I'm not entirely sure how high it's going to go, actually. It could go reasonably well. It would be nice if we could get it to sort of, you know, I don't know. It would be really nice if we could get it to orbit. It's not going to happen. Or suborbit. But what we're going to burn out? We're going to burn out at about 30, about 40, is it? Okay, now is that high enough? I am now upper atmosphere. Ooh, that's 25. Ooh, we'll have that. Good, 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 good. Now, of course, we've got all of the mystery goo and stuff. We put this on board, but we didn't really need to. Primarily because I forgot to take it off. And maybe if we land over here where it's not forest, we could get some nice science from the other stuff. And we're just coming in ever so gently to land. I'm assuming this is still going to, unless it's swamp. I mean, this is Florida. I'm assuming there's swamp somewhere. Oh, but we've run out of battery power, so we can't do anything. And magically we get 27.4 more science, so 22.5, 4.9, nothing for landing it. But we did get some funds back. 14,000 basically covers it. What did we get? We got 97, so it was almost free. It was almost free science, in fact. Let's spend a bit of this. I think I go for the engines. Let's grab the engines. Not a great idea. And then I think I go for the survivability as well. Yeah, let's go for survivability as well. Or we could go for bigger fuel tanks, which would be tempting, and struts. Fuel tanks, struts, and docking ports. Oh, that's tempting. I think I need to get to crew in space. Yes, I think I need to do that. So we're going to take our for science 3 and we're going to turn it to the for science 4. How are we going to do this? We're going to take off these boosters first of all. They're too small. We're going to get rid of these small engines, put on something a little bit more suitable. The Valiant puts up in about 100, and then the other one, the Torch, puts up less. I don't want that. Got the Spacey and the Cogswell. The Spacey and the Cogswell. I don't want the Torch, even though it's efficient. So we're going to go with you. You can see we've also got the Pug, which would be very nice for on-orbit stuff. And I've got the Torch. The Twitch liquid-fueled engine looks nice as well, actually. Well, that gives me a grand total of 1.7. So I can actually put another one of these on. Like so. There we go. Wonderful. You know what? Let's put another one on. Let's get another one on there. There we go. Because I am like that, we're gonna put some boosters on the side. Four of those on. There we go. We're gonna grab ourselves a solid booster. Where are we? The Shrimp. That's going to launch us. What's that thrust on that going to be? Not enough. How long does it last for? It lasts for 47 seconds. How long does this last for? It lasts for a lot more. So we're just going to merge them. We're going to put a decoupler at the top as well. We're potentially going quite far up, quite high up, and I want to be able to bring stuff back. What color do we like these in? Ooh, yeah, I like that. Yeah, we'll go for the orange. Orange all the way down. Yes, it looks something. I don't know if it looks good or not. That's quite a lot of delta V. That's almost orbital. Right, I am going to fire it north, I think, is what I'm going to go for. So engines to full, fire away, and let's see how we go. We're going to let it get up to speed. We've got those solids that are going to push us for a long time. And then I'm going to start just doing that. We're just going to tilt it, tilt it, tilt it. I'm sure it's going to be fine. These engines are a lot louder than the last ones, aren't they? The little ones were silent. These are very, very noisy. Very, very noisy. And we're all getting quite a lot of speed up here, actually. We need to make sure that we are actually going to get into space, I think. Oh, hello, come back there. Not like that. There we go. At some point, we're going to lose some controls, I think. We're going to lose some solids. They are gone. Get rid of those. Oh, dear. What happened there? This is gimbal. No, nope. You know what would help if we actually did put on our You were shouting at the screen then, weren't you? That I've either turned it on or not turned it on at all, or I don't know. I don't know anymore. I don't know what's going on. This has been a terrible launch. I must do better. Nope. Whoa, that's bad. Yeah. Just keep going up. We were going to go sideways, but I think probably up is the best idea right now. Will we get up to the required altitude? I don't know. Let's just speed it up a bit. What's going to go wrong? That's what I'm going to say. We are over 90 now, I've just realised. Yeah, that would be potentially a problem. Right, we're going to grab that, conduct study, do that, conduct that, grab that, do all those things. There we do, grab that, even though it's not really worth it. Right, I need to just swing the whole craft over and point it the other way, which is going to use up the electric we are, because I've got an extra battery on this. So I need to be aware of that, because I need to stop going upwards quite quickly, in fact. So I want to do that, and then that. There we go. I'm not going to lie, we are not in a good situation right now. I think probably the best idea is to decouple everything and turn off things, and then just hope. Just hope. Well, we are now approaching we're in the upper atmosphere. We've gone all the way up, we'll come back down. The craft is not dead, let me put it that way, but it's not alive. I mean, it had better moments in its life. Hopefully it's quite light, so it should be okay, but we'll just speed it through the atmosphere. We are actually not coming in too bad. I mean, the parachutes could burn up. Well, there's bits of the craft coming down. The parachutes could burn up. I don't think they're going to... Yeah, we're okay. Well, we have parachute deployment. I'm just thinking about how stupid that launch was. Do I go back and watch it? Can you just tell me, did I have SAS on at the start? Did I just completely forget about it? I have a feeling I either forgot about it or I turned it off halfway because I was pressing the wrong button. Probably is what would normally happen. Well, the batteries are dead. We are just floating down on the parachutes. Can't do anything about it now. If this thing explodes, I'm going to be quite annoyed. Oh, that's... hello. That's interesting. It's decided that is the best way to come down. Oh, it didn't do that in the past. I suppose the fuel tanks and stuff have counterbalanced the nose in the past. Oh, maybe this is a good thing. Maybe it's not a good thing, actually. Yeah, maybe not a good thing. Let's find out. We'll find out in but 3 seconds, probably, ish, maybe. Oh, that's nice. Wasn't that gentle? Right, we have a mission, and it's tempting. So we've got to perform the test, activate the part through the staging sequence when all test conditions are met. You've got to be around Earth, and you've got to be on an escape trajectory. It's a lot of money. We do need money. We definitely need money. It's going to be 70,000. It gives me 9 science. I need science. So do I start doing this? Yeah, I think we do. All right, I want 25% of my reputation going into science. Yes, I will have that. We need a lot of delta V on this. We need a lot of delta V, and I need just to fire it as hard as possible. But I think that last craft we put together has the potential for this. So let's have a go. Right, so here it is, the escape. We've got the engines we need to activate up there. I actually need to make sure that we don't activate them before they're on escape trajectory. We're going to pull this up, so it needs to be on escape trajectory. There should be enough delta V in this, just to force it through, but let's see. If there isn't, well, it's the maximum number of parts. This is the maximum number of parts we can do, so let's see what happens. Right, we are going up, up, up. We're going to wait until we're about 100, then we're going to start turning. We're going to turn it gently. We have got SAS turned on this time. Right, we're going to turn it ever so gently using that middle gimbaling engine. I think it's the Valiant, is it? I think it's the Valiant. Just going to use that just to pull us across. We don't need to go too crazy on this. We just want to start to edge it over. You can see we're getting a bit of a twist in, which I don't like, actually. It's not something I like when we get a bit of a twist there. But again, we actually don't care, because all we're trying to do is we're just trying to turn the craft. That's all that's happening right now. Right, we're getting up there a bit. We're getting a nice bit of velocity going. Engines, the solids are about to kick out. They are gone. We are now onto just the vectoring engine there. Oh, hello. That's a little bit of heaty. We need to get up and out of the atmosphere a bit, don't we? There we go. Right, does this... Yeah, we go. Perfect. And now it's just a case of burning all this fuel off as quickly as possible. And this might give us a speed limit, a speed record, actually. There's no thing for that. Oh, first, here we are. Broken the speed record. Oh, good. Bit of science for that. Love that. We're on a skip trajectory, so we can fire the ants as well. There we are. They're going to fire it, and we can just let this thing keep going. There we go. Contract completed. We have got that 11 science, oh beautiful, and 58,000 plus the other bit, so it's like 70, 80,000 we got, I think, was it? And we're out now. There's no point us doing anything else with this, because, wow, what's the... Oh, because of course there's it won't tell us any further because we don't have communication stuff for that. We don't have the communication dish or anything like that. We could go to the moon at some point. Be quite cool, wouldn't it? I do want to go to the moon at some point. Alright, so I think that's that done. We can go back to base now, I think. Money achieved. Well, we have returned, but there was a bit of a glitch there. There was a little glitch where it was acting as though it was under acceleration. So I'm not entirely sure what was going on there. There's some phantomy forces acting on this playthrough, and I think it tends to fix itself when we reset the game. Alright, we have messed around with science for, I think, long enough right now. I think it's time to send our first Kerbal into orbit. We're going to take that. Yeah, Gene's very excited. We're going to take that. The decision is, do we go for the small re-entry pod and stick that on top of a craft we've already got and hope that we can get to orbit with it? Or do we use the command seat and hope that classes as actually having a crew on board? We're going to put a command seat in orbit. Right, so we're starting afresh with the Octo because that's got a little bit of control. We're going to have it in its normal colours. We'll put that there. That's not going to help much though, is it? Couple of batteries on the side. We need a decoupler on the bottom. I need a seat on here. There we go. That's perfect. We need a nice parachute to put on the top. There we go. We're going to, of course, lift that up a bit until we've got a bit of space, and then we're gonna reposition you into the center. And as if by magic, we have the escape. So we're going to steal the escape, put it on there. There we go. Now we are over the part count. We're over the part count, which is a little concerning, but we can work on that. That's not a massive issue. And as if by magic, we have our fluted bit. I think that has enough delta V to get us to orbit. We've reduced part count dramatically by putting the hammers on. I am happy with that, I think. This is a very Kerbal craft. At least one Kerbal is considered to be on board, so that's good. Right, let's light the candle. All right, we are off. We're going up. We've got full thrust on that main central engine. Everything is nice. We're going to start our banking now. We want to try and get some decent height though, because this second stage, well, the 1.5 stage, is a little weak. It's a little anemic, shall we say? It's a small engine. I could have put an extra engine on there. Could have potentially put some other engines just to support it, but the Valiant does have a nice gimbal that we like. Oh, we're getting rid of the solids. The solids are gone. They're blowing each other up. Okay, we didn't put parachutes on those. That's not a problem. She actually looks dead almost. I wonder if can we do an AVA report? Can we do that? No, we can't from the upper atmosphere. We missed that opportunity. Oh well. Just keep turning it over. Our thrust away, it's going to be coming back to us. Yeah, we're at 1.5 now, so we can afford to do this a little bit. There we go. Come on, Val, you can do this. I mean, I'm not going to comment on the safety measures that we've got in place here. This would have been safer with a capsule. She's enjoying it. She's wonderful. She's literally sat on top of a rocket. It's what all Kerbals dream of, isn't it? Yeah. We haven't spent any money on any facilities so far. This is launched without having to do that. Right. Next stage is fired. Right, we're still in the atmosphere. We do have some sort of gimbal on this engine. Hopefully it's enough to do stuff. Now we're going to start that again, and we're going to put ourselves just down about there. That's good. That's good. I want to go, no, other way. Right, our apoapsis is coming down a little bit, which is fine. There we go. We should be popping any minute into orbit. There we go. We're up, and I think that's orbital. Right, we're orbital, and let this run forward a bit. We're going over the oceans right now. I want to get something out of this science-wise. Right, what about now? We're sort of on the brink. Desert. Oh, I'll have that. Right, we'll keep that. Can we get one just here? Is there a different biome here? Grasslands, keep that. Wonderful. Can't remove the helmet. Press that by mistake. Container, transfer data, collect all. There we go. That's a second bit of science. So we should have about 16 science in there now. You are tropics. Oh, I'll have you. Thank you. That's 24 if we can get that back. And then we're going to fire the engines. There we go. And that should bring us down out the atmosphere. That's it. I'm okay with that. And there we go. It's away. We're away. We slow down nice and quickly because we've got that nice big heat shield. And we're coming down. And this one of the reasons I actually went for this is so that we could have a bigger heat shield so we get a more gentle slowdown. But Val, you're doing well. Well, isn't that a glorious view, Val? Can you get me an EVA report? Flying over the oceans. Seriously? We've already got that one? Why is it always the oceans, Val? Why is it always the oceans? Now, of course, you have a parachute. I hadn't thought about that. We're actually carrying a parachute and stuff like that. It's extra mass, isn't it? We should probably pop this parachute, which is coming out of your head. I mean, I think we just assume that you've been like welded in to this structure. Can we decouple it? We can jettison the heat shield. There we go. Uh-oh. 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 Well, that wasn't healthy, was it? Note to self, don't do that in future. Now, one of the issues there is that now this is the bottom part, and I don't want this to be damaged. Well, unlike certain Russian or Soviet, shall we say, astronauts, Val has stayed attached to her craft, although, unlike them, she never actually was inside it. She was on it. So I don't know if that, I mean, does that count? But this will be the first Kerbal to orbit. There we go. Val, you'll get some stars for this, I think, as well, which will be very helpful. Right, and down we go. And she even floats and then falls flat in on her face. Can we get an EVA report here? Oh, we can. And look at that. We've got 26 science. So we got all those EVAs from the ocean, the tropics, the grasslands, the desert. We got return of a vessel from orbit, 1.7 science. That took us to 26.5. That's nice, isn't it? Val goes to level 1. So yeah, there we go. Two Kerbals in orbit. Seriously. So yeah, so I think that's going to be it for this episode. Comment down below. Tell me what you think so far. Tell me what you think of the style. And from me, until next time, have a great one. So if that was good for you, check out on the screen right now some links. You can see other videos you might like. Check out the channel, see if there's any playlists you like. There's also some links to other content creators there you might like. Or leave a comment down below. Like, subscribe, do all those things.